I'm Vanessa Zoltan.
I'm Daniel Schrader.
And this is Let's Ask Taylor Swift. Daniel, today we are doing the song The Way I Loved You, and we are asking the question, when is something a bad fit versus an adjustment? What is your relationship with this song?
I wasn't super familiar with this song, as I feel like is the case with a lot of early Swift, especially like this album. But listening to it brought back a lot of like high school memories that we can get into. But it made me think about some personal relationships I've had in the past.
Yes. I love this song.
Really?
Yes. I think this song is so fun. Musically, I think it's really fun. I think it has like two very distinct vibes with the chorus and the verses, and both of them are in great conversation with each other and are two very different feelings, right? This like very peaceful feeling and then this like passionate feeling. And I think that that's great. And this falls into one category of my favorite songs, which I feel like is a very American way to think about songs. But there are certain songs that you just like want to roll down your window and like scream at the top of your lungs to.
Oh, totally.
And this totally like checks that box. So
yeah, this song is a lot of fun to listen to. And I think especially in contrast with last week's You're Not Sorry, this is like such a delight. Yes. And I think it is really well constructed, so I'm excited to get into it.
So what do you have for us for liner notes?
So this is the 10th song on the album Fearless. According to the Big Machine track-by-track post I keep referencing, Taylor said, "I got this idea for a song about being in a relationship with a nice guy who is punctual and opens up the door for you and brings you flowers, but you feel nothing. The whole time you're with him, you're thinking about the guy who was complicated and messy and frustrating." This song was co-written with country music artist John Rich, who I'd never heard of before, but Taylor was very glad to have in the room apparently because he described himself as the kind of volatile guy in relationships that she's kind of longing for. And so he brought his own perspective to this song as well. And then just a note about the construction of the song is that Taylor said in an interview, "The verses are robotic, and they're playing a marching band snare drum roll to make it seem like the guy is so robotic. Then the chorus goes insane, and the drum starts spinning out of control." And I think...
Yes!
Yeah, it's really great how explicit she is about capturing the feeling through the sound of the song. Yes. And I feel like I haven't read her speak about that kind of construction a lot. Yeah,
I don't know enough about music, but I wanted to say, like, the drumming is different. And so I love it just... I find it really effective in the song.
The song is very well made and a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get into it. So what do you think the vibe of this song is? What's the main premise we're working with here?
Yeah, she's dating this guy who apparently checks all these boxes for her. One of the things that is interesting to me about this song is that she is listing things that this good guy does that she thinks are objectively boxes that we want checked. And I find that really interesting.
Right, like opening the car door, respecting my space, being friends with my mom.
Telling me I'm beautiful every night. And it just assumes that like we all agree that this is what we want from a boyfriend, and is not aware of the way that this is pretty old-fashioned upper middle class white cisgender belief. It believes that her perspective is invisible because it's just the way that the world works, and in no way is aware that this might not be what everybody wants. She's like, come on, guys, get on board. He's objectively a good guy. And there's no self-awareness of that.
Right. Yeah, the platonic ideal of boyfriend rather than the reality of boyfriend.
Right. And I'm like, is this the platonic ideal of boyfriend? Did I sign up to this? I don't want someone who says you look beautiful tonight to me every night. That feels weird. that's just one of the things that struck me. But it is, right? Like I found the platonic ideal of the perfect boyfriend, and it turns out that I miss this mess of a guy.
Yeah, I think that that's spot on. This is about longing for something you used to have, thinking, wait, I thought the grass was greener over here with this, like,
Right.
what I think is perfect guy on paper, but really I want that mess of a relationship that I used to have.
Yeah.
My take is a little different.
Yeah.
It agrees with yours, but it also pulls from my personal experience as a gay teen.
Yeah.
I think this is a song about being a beard for a gay man. A beard is like a gay man dates a straight woman to like perform straightness and make people think that he's straight. And so to me, I'm like, oh, she's dating a gay guy.
I love that reading. Say more.
I mean, he is this respectable, nice guy who's friends with her mom and does all the right things, performs boyfriend in the way that he thinks boyfriend is supposed to be performed. The reason it comes to mind for me specifically is because when I was in high school, I was not out.
Yeah.
And in my freshman year of high school, I dated this girl named Courtney, who was a lovely girl. She was on color guard with my sister. And we only ever like held hands. I don't think we ever even kissed. And it was just like a summer little fling while we were at like marching band camp and stuff, you know, very cliche. But I like never really went any further than holding hands with her. And a few years after we had this short little dating time, I got an email from her out of the blue that just said, "Hey, Daniel, I just wanted to thank you for like being such a nice guy and like really showing me how nice a boyfriend could be, because it like shaped my expectations for future boyfriends." And I was like, wow, this is the sweetest email, and also LOL.
I love our 2 points in conversation with each other, especially because it calls me out as a hypocrite, because I was accusing Taylor of thinking of a certain kind of experience as default, and I was bringing my default straightness to it. So
no, but I love what you said, though, because like thinking back on my experience, I was like trying to play the character of that like straight ideal that you had in your head, that Taylor had in her head writing this song. And so like they are all in conversation with each other.
Totally. Okay, I love this. I love that I've given a boring feminist reading. You've been giving a great queer reading. And I think it's really interesting thinking of the queer reading in conversation with like the normativity question, right? Like the idea, I think, is the same, which is that we all are expected to be reading from the same script of a certain kind of civility. That just leads to inside and outside groups, right? And this guy is behaving in a way where he passes for the inside. And this song, to some extent, is about Taylor realizing that she doesn't necessarily like what counts as like appropriate behavior, and coming to terms with that, right? Like, this is a guy who, whatever, does great at the country club. And she's like, oh, shoot, maybe I don't want country club life. And sort of a little bit of the crisis of, who am I if I don't like country club life? And again, it's like super complicated, right? Because women are taught that they shouldn't love drama. Like, it's a basic girl who like loves drama. And so this is a really rich, complex text, Daniel.
Well, because also, like, she is rebelling against her parents because her parents like him, and that's a problem.
Right. She's like, well, and it's just everything that she thought she wanted. She loves her parents in this song, right?
Oh, she does.
She wants her parents to get along with her boyfriend. And she's like, why isn't this enough?
But does she?
Exactly. She thought she did.
Right. And I also think back to other songs on this album where like she sings about parents, and especially I think about like sings about dads and the like rebellion against dads, and like dad doesn't like him, but I still love him. Yeah. And now the dad likes him, and she's like, well, maybe I don't like him then. Yeah.
And that in Love's story, the happy ending is that her dad finally approves. And here it is. Oh, my dad approved of this guy. It turns out that that actually isn't a qualifier for whether or not I like him.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, our next question is, what does Taylor think about our question? So our question is, when is something a bad fit versus an adjustment? What do you think Taylor is saying through this song in response to that question?
I think that this song is all about feeling. And I think that what Taylor is saying is that no matter what boxes are checked, if the feeling is not there, then it is a bad fit and I can't adjust to it. Adjustment suggests that there is some livability within, and she seems unable to live within this. And so it doesn't fit. It isn't something she can adjust to.
Yeah, she says, I'm not feeling anything at all, right? Like, my heart's not breaking, but I'm not feeling anything. Yeah, I think she's saying that it's a tough decision when you get everything that past you thought you wanted, and then it turns out past you was wrong, and that we learn about ourselves. And I agree with you that this is a grass is greener song. It's like, oh, shoot, I thought the grass would be greener over here. It turns out it's not. And to me, the existential angst of this song is, was the grass greener over there, or am I now romanticizing that screaming and fighting in the middle of the night was fun? And so is it like I have to go to a third lawn?
Yeah.
Is this healthy perspective, or is this like perspective skewing my vision? Like, can I not see from this far away? I think that she gives us a list of the kinds of things that can be adjusted and the things that you can't compromise on. The kinds of things that in theory can be adjusted are all of the things that this guy does. Most people, if you're like, look, showing up on time is really important to me, that is something that most people can work on. Again, like within boundaries, right? If you're just like, I would rather you risk showing up early. If sometimes you can't make it till 7:15, why don't we just say 7:30? She actually lists all of the things that are adjustable. And she, within the context of the song, she thinks the fixed things and the adjustable things are inverted, right?
Right.
She's like, I can't make a guy be an on-time guy. I can't make a guy tell me that I'm beautiful. I can't make a guy open the car door for me. I can't make a guy be nice to my parents. And I found the guy who can do those things. And really, those are adjustments. The fit thing is he makes me feel nothing. I think that this song actually brilliantly articulates when something is a bad fit versus when something is adjustable. And it's about a young woman realizing that the list is backwards. And
that this song is kind of a to-do list for an ex-lover.
Right. Of like, here are the things that I would love for us to go to couples therapy about and unpack if they really matter to me. Like, does it make me feel unsafe and disrespected when you're late? Or can I embrace that you're just someone who's always going to run late and it's not about me? Do I really need someone to open the car door for me? Or is that antiquated and not important to me? Wait, no, it actually makes me feel great. Like, the list of things that is great about this guy is absolutely a list of things that she could take to a couples therapist and her ex-boyfriend and work on.
These are all things that you can train a boy to do.
Yeah, and the thing, right, that makes someone a good fit is being so in love that I acted insane, right? Like, not everybody wants this. Not everybody wants someone who you love so much you break down and come undone. But it turns out that this version of Taylor does. That's what she wants. She wants to come undone with love for someone. And that's not going to change. The way you want someone to make you feel is not going to change. Like that's just the way you want to be loved.
100%.
So is there a specific lyric you want to look at?
Well, you actually kind of brought up the lyrics that I was thinking of, which he can't see the smile I'm faking and my heart's not breaking because I'm not feeling anything at all.
He can't see the smile I'm faking, and my heart's not breaking, 'cause I'm not feeling anything at all, and you were.
And I think that for me, that really highlights my view of the feeling needs to be there more than anything else. And that like, that's not there. And so nothing can grow from that. There's no path forward, but also what's interesting is that he doesn't see it.
He doesn't see her.
No, he Jess sees that he's checking all the boxes and that she's checking all of his boxes. And so, great, we're good.
Yeah. And there are all sorts of reasons why we do this, right? It's like, because it's also about safety, and like people getting along with your parents can make your life better. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I've had like 2 major relationships. And one of them, I really think at the end of the day, we broke up because I could not get along with his parents. And like, like we just weren't a family when we were all together. I was too different. He came from a very old WASPy family in New Hampshire, and I'm a Jewish girl from LA. And when he and I were together in Philadelphia, and then he and I were together in New York, like we were great. And like I just, he was really close to his family, and I didn't ski. Right. And like that ruined Christmas time for everyone, even though I was like, feel free to leave me behind. I will sit here and read and cook and I'm so happy. It like made them anxious. And like truly his wife skis and that matters. Like that matters.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they have all of the other things too. But like it really was a problem that I didn't ski or golf. Like this is how they would spend their weeks together. And not only did I not ski or golf, I absolutely did not want to learn how to ski or golf. So yeah, I really do understand why these things matter. And I think that you get down to a value under that, right? Where it's like, it turns out that I love my family in a very specific way, and I want to be able to do these things with my family. And that makes sense.
So what lyrics are you thinking about with this song?
I want to talk about he's charming and endearing, and I'm comfortable.
To my mother, talks business with my father. He's charming and endearing, and I'm comfortable.
Because I would like this guy. And I love that. That like, I don't want this other thing. I don't want to be awake at 2 a.m. cursing someone's name, being so in love that I act insane. I don't want to break down and come undone. By the time this comes out, I will be 43 years old. I like don't have time for that. I've got kids and aging parents, and I still have student loans to pay off. And I just absolutely would hate that. And someone who is charming and endearing and makes me comfortable, like, yes, please. And so I love that this song, it's not just he opens doors and is nice to my mom. It is like, I'm charmed by him and I find him endearing, and he does make me feel a certain way. And so this is just a song where she's learning about herself, right? Where she's just like, and that's not what I want to feel right now. And I really love that he does make her feel a certain way.
Well, and those lyrics make me think also that she doesn't really actually know what she wants, I think. I think that she thinks that she wants this act insane kind of love, as she would say. Right. And yet, like, that's actually really unhealthy. And I think that she is taking for granted the things that when you are older, you come to appreciate, like, oh, I want someone calming, charming, endearing, nice to people, etc., as opposed to someone that makes me feel too much. Because I think that also is a very teenage perspective of like, she literally says, it's a roller coaster kind of rush, and I never knew I could feel that much. And I think that age is so much age that you want that kind of rush because you haven't learned that that's not going to serve you or help you grow.
Right. I mean, I think this gets into what do we think about this question? Because like, I think that there's a time and a place for this, right? Like, I really do. I mean, some of what she says, I'm like, yes, that is fun. You were just so frustrating, intoxicating, complicated. And then she even says, gone away by some mistake, right? Like, I somehow messed this up. But being frustrated is fun, right? Like fighting with someone about your favorite piece of art, right? Like is fun. Being intoxicated and dealing with someone complicated, right? Like we say here that you can only treat a text that's complicated as sacred. If something is too simple, it just like is profane, right? Like there's nothing deeper. It's just that there's a time and a place for it. And I would argue that in a perfect world, the time and place is sort of like at the beginning of the relationship, and that this isn't two different guys. This is one person at different phases. And at the beginning, as you're getting to learn how to trust each other and get to know each other, you're asking this question. You're like, are you a bad fit? Right? And then eventually you want to calm down. But to me, she answers this question directly of when is something a bad fit versus an adjustment with the line, he can't see the smile I'm faking. And that is when something is a bad fit versus an adjustment is all about two people seeing each other and being honest with each other about what we can change and what we can't change, and then being honest with yourself about what you can and can't live with. But it only happens that you can figure that out as you get to know each other. And the fact that he doesn't want to see her, I'm like, this is a bad fit. This is just a bad fit. He doesn't see you. And it doesn't seem like he wants to see you.
But also maybe she's not letting him see her.
Totally. She is faking a smile.
Right. Like for me, this question of when is it a bad fit versus an adjustment, I'm turning this question internally, where is it a bad fit because I don't think I deserve it, or because I shouldn't be treated so nice? Like, I think there's a lot of self-worth tied up in the idea of wanting the bad for you thing versus the what looks like good for you thing. Yeah. And so I think that when is something a bad fit versus an adjustment is, am I saying it's a bad fit because I don't think I deserve it, or because I don't want to like put in the work to see if this is something worth it for me? Part of me is also thinking like, oh, well, I can adjust to bad behavior. I can get used to the screaming, crying, et cetera, and not necessarily think that that's a bad fit when like that actually is the bad fit.
Not if you want screaming and crying.
Yes, but I think that like the reason I keep thinking about that being bad is because she never says positive things about this man that she's longing for. Like, I'm up at 2 a.m. cursing your name. I miss screaming and fighting and kissing in the rain. But like screaming and fighting are first. And there's two bad things plus a good thing. Right. Breaking down and coming undone. Like these are all things that actually are bad for you. Right. So if you want it, then maybe you're adjusting to like something that you shouldn't be adjusting to. Yeah. I'm just moved by that. I never knew I could feel that much. And that's the way I loved you. I don't think they should be together. I don't think anyone should ever be awake at 2 a.m. I think everyone should go to bed. I don't know if what she wants at this moment in her life is to figure out her capacity for how big she can feel, then she's in the right place right now. Because he's helping her realize, right? I never knew I could feel that much. And so if she's trying to figure out who she is as a person and figure out how much she can feel, then this is the right relationship for now. And I don't think that that's just a youth thing, right? Like, I think that that's a transition thing. Your longtime husband passes away and you want to figure out how much you want to feel and how much you can feel. And I think that there are a lot of moments in our lives where we do want to do that. For sure. But I also think that so often looking back is, as the saying goes, through rose-colored glasses. Totally. And so you're thinking back to I want to feel that much because, man, my memories of those feelings are so good and exciting. And yet being in them doesn't necessarily feel the same way. No, agreed. I have a question about a lyric. She says, my heart's not breaking because I'm not feeling anything at all. Yeah. She seems to equate feeling with heartbreak. Right? The only reason my heart's not breaking is because I don't feel anything at all. And I do think that that is an interesting way to think about romantic love, because romantic love always comes with the risk. I think it's interesting that she's like,
the only way to constantly not have at least a little bit of heartbreak is by not feeling anything at all.
Yeah, it speaks to an investment in the relationship and interest in growing something. If your heart's not in it, then there's nothing doing here. I mean, I would push back that she's not feeling anything at all, because she is feeling things, but she's just not articulating those. She's feeling revulsion. She's feeling dissatisfaction. Boredom. She's feeling boredom. These are all feelings, but they're not the feelings she wants. And so to her, she's not feeling at all, because she's not feeling the rush of feelings that she wants. She's feeling more mundane feelings.
Yeah. Okay, what is this song an anthem for?
I think this is an anthem for when your boyfriend comes out as gay.
Yes.
I think this is for when you realize, oh, that's why it wasn't working. What about you, though?
I think it's an anthem for middle age, right? Like, this is not written to honor middle age, but when you are middle aged and you actually genuinely want to be charmed, find something endearing, and be comfortable, and part of you just like remembers what it's like in a romantic way to, you know, instead have the capacity to enjoy something feeling frustrating, intoxicating, and complicated. I think that this is a great song to listen to like wistfully be like, that was great. And then, you know, sing on the highway in your Subaru to that feeling. And then
wearing rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah. But like driving home to your comfortable, charming, endearing life. That's the best case scenario of listening to this song, as I can tell.
I love that.
I don't want this song to bring people back to the 2 a.m. guy.
No, it shouldn't. This song is glorifying that, but from a naive perspective.
Yes. And I'm saying, like, this is a pill that you should take knowingly. Mm-hmm. But it's a great pill to take knowingly.
It's a lot of fun. Please listen. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Let's Ask Taylor Swift. Next week, we'll be talking about Forever and Always.
As always, you can support the show by signing up for our Patreon at patreon.com/Let's Ask Taylor Swift. This was a Not Sorry production. We are a feminist production company. We're sponsored by the Fetzer Institute. I'm the executive producer, and we are edited and produced by AJ Uramas. Our music is also by AJ Uramas. We are distributed by Acast. We love our crazy cat ladies, Kristen Hall, Dallas Caples, Casey Perkins, Jenny Cruz, and Ginny Davis. And our wonderful team, Ariana Nettleman, Julia Argy, Nikki Zoltan, Courtney Brown, Casper Turkile, Anissa Ahmed, Danny Langley, and Stephanie Paulsell.